Right, this was a open on Wednesday match at Meadow Farm on Willow. I drawed peg 12, which was, I mean, on its day that can produce some big fish come later here. Um, I thought, yeah, I'll get to my peg. I set some bits and pieces up. I set one down the left, one down the right, and top six on hard pellet, feeding sixes. Also, down my left hand side on top four, literally on a strung out rig, which was literally point 0.4 Drennan on an on 018 aqua power to 4 inch, literally a 4 inch hook length, um, with a bit strung out a little bit, which was on the top six, feeding sixes. Just literally keeps, and I mean, from the start, I was literally getting one. There's one out, but they're quite small. That's the trouble. I'll get them. I have to do a talk through there on a lot of the time because my I don't know what went on with my mic and stuff, but I think that was a really hot day. I have got to sort it. I was getting a lot of interference noise, so I thought I'd delete the noise, save the bits I can do, um, and the bits I can't. What I've done is deleted it. Then I'll just talk through it. As things go on. Really, I'm getting myself sorted, as you can see. Um, just getting bits and pieces ready, making sure that long pole, because I did set a long pole up, thinking sometimes they can go over there. I've got a few people on. There's a few people on. We're on Willow. We've got Willow and Canal today. I've set corn up down the left, and literally hard pellet down the right. I mean, I've got maggot on there, as you can see. I've put maggot on there. I don't know why I put maggot on there, because by the end of the match, they will literally all be dead. I literally cooked them. My worm I cooked as well, which down there. I'm literally now putting corn on it, and I'm putting some corn in a container. Literally just put loads in, two tins, two tins of corn. Then I put some guru goo on it, just for my security, really, because what I like a bit is a little bit of something coming off the corn. So that's like sort of like it's a corn goo, which is always a good little thing. Fishing's about confidence, I've always said. I'm going to keep making these only because I've got a tunnel barn one coming up soon. Um, yeah, just I've got a fish show. The last fish show will be coming up soon, which is in July. Um, so I'm just preparing for that. Really, I'm now showing you at the minute the 4 mils. I'm going to wet them down because I've got a paste line also. Literally at the top kit, there's a reed on the right, literally a little reed which you can't see. I'm going to start bringing the cameras and stuff closer. I'm going to start bringing them as well and showing you a little bit more about how it is. I'm trying to work it out as I'm going along. I think my camera angles are getting better, but sometimes you have to constantly. I mean, I want to do things like this, but I also want to do. I want to be in the match as well. So I've got to try and find a balance really of what I want to do. I mean, I'm happy to do this because this is what I do on a Wednesday. But on a Wednesday, I'll put you on. There's one coming up also on Saturday, which is Toad Hall. I'll try and film that as well. Um, as you can see, I'll keep looking at the camera because I'm not really sure because the weather is so warm that overheats and it gives like a screeching noise out, which does my head in. You don't realise it until you get home. I didn't realise until I got home. You can't keep pressing play and stop it all the time. I'll try and keep it on a continuous thing. So I'll literally talk for a little bit. The match will start in a minute. I'm going to show you some rigs. This is the I can't remember. That is my short one. That is. Um, yeah, that is literally my. I mean, I've got 4 grey kits. I always have. I always have some just so different depths on pellet. I know converting to pellet. You know, I mean, this was probably the first year I've used hard pellet. I mean, I always had them, but for me, I was always a maggot thing. I'm now converting to pellet a lot more. Maybe I should have done more because that's what the fish eats. So hopefully, I'm going to start catching a lot more. And I think the results says it all, really. I mean, I've had some good draws, but I mean, this one, as you see, I mean, I've got on my little thumbnail and stuff, and I will catch a big old ghosty, but that was on hard pellet. I mean, that was on literally going about 10 inches deep. I've literally got there. That's my pellet line, which is a top 6, which is a little cup on the end. I'm going to put some 4 mils bit wet down, and I'm going to put some 6s underneath that. Fairly short line, about 6 inches, 8-inch line. I will ship out as soon as that start. Cup it in, and then just wait until, I mean, that goes mad. It literally goes mad. So I'll leave you at that. Then I will get back to you when we're in the match. Well, I'm still catching on the literally on top 6 at the minute on hard pellet. I'm still literally having one a bung, one every time I put in. I'm literally just trying one and then the other, That works for a little while. That works on hard pellet for a while. I've got to then make a decision. You've got to make a decision in all matches. What do you keep out there? Or do you stop feeding there? This is where you've got to sort of think on your feet sometimes and going, right, I'm catching on a regular basis, but I'm seeing things down my left hand side, seeing things down my right hand side, which are a bit bigger stamp. You've got to know when to do it. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. That's just, I mean, the good anglers do it, the bad anglers do it. You've got to know when to do it. Sometimes you get it perfectly timed. If you go in there a bit early, you'll get a bit tails up, and then you'll start foul hooking. I mean, on peg 10, he was foul hooking quite a bit. But I think it's just got if she's got to time it right. It's just about timing, really. I think it's Pete. I think he said, yeah, well, he's good, mate. You know what he's doing and stuff, and he's getting there. I'm getting there as well. I mean, I've been fishing now for the last 15 years when it comes to match fishing. But you never stop learning. You never stop learning. That's what's so good thing about it. I mean, I'll keep bringing it up and down, but they want that strung out. You've got to keep pushing it out. If you leave it there, that'll just go all over the place. So you're completely strung out, pushing it up, pushes to the wall on top 6 as it comes down, as it literally hits the deck, then you'll get the bite. So I will do another little talk a bit later on, explain a little bit when I go down the left and right hand side and my pace line. My pace line is really close. It's literally on half a top kit, near that reed, as I said before. But yeah, lovely. That's a lovely day. I mean, that was absolutely like scorching. But see what I keep doing now, because the bites was because they were literally all over the place. When you have to feed very little bit, as you see, I'm not feeding them by hand. I've gone even more about crazy. I'm just trying to nail them to the floor, but also get them strung out a little bit, strung out as well. Trying to do a bit of both. So yeah. See you in a minute. Right, as you can see, I'm now putting my top kit together. I'm now starting to think to myself, right, I'm going to pick one. I'm sort of now making a decision now. I'm going to pick one off on pellet. I think that's what's it's sort of the name of what the today is going to be. Pick one off pellet, and then keep looking down the right hand side. Pick one off there, then pick one off my left. Then have a pellet, then on a pellet again. As you see, I keep missing bites. I mean, they are so shy bites, and I got the float quite low anyway. But I mean, you just got to hit them the right. I mean, I think they're just little F1s. That's the trouble. Um, Thanks for bearing with us. I'll try to do as much as I can. After about 25 minutes into it, if you want to skip into to about 25 minutes, you're more than welcome to. Then I don't talk for it. Then that's literally for some reason my mic's then decided to work properly. And for the rest of the time, bar near the end, right at the end, when it comes to weigh in and stuff, they seem to go again. But we'll be sorted, ready for Toad Hall. Yeah, so this will be my last little talk through. Thank you for bearing with me. As I says, my maggots are still crawling, as you can see. They won't be in probably about 10 minutes after that. And the sun, I should have completely forgot they were even there, to be fair. I mean, my plan was just to ping across. That's what my plan was in my head. That's why I got the maggots out. But that sort of changed in the match. You think, well, you don't really need them now. But I didn't really pay attention to the sun, which all you do is concentrate on. I mean, I don't particularly. I mean, I missed another one there, as you can see. I keep missing them, and that's where I think I've paid the price. I mean, the final weight was about 140 something, but I think all them bites I missed, if I'd have come off them earlier, which is in hindsight is a great thing, but if I'd have come off them a little bit earlier, which is something I've got to still bear with really. If I don't get a bite after 2 or 3 times, then come off it and go somewhere else. I could then go down the left. Sometimes I leave it too late. Sometimes you get it right. Yeah, you just got to. Like next week, well, I think we're on Canal, and everything goes right. It might go wrong again. You've got to bear with it. And sometimes fishing as well, you can do all the best things in the world, and that still won't happen. Other times, if you don't feel quite right, I mean, sun seems to affect me sometimes as well. But we're getting there. I'll start coming close as well. A bit later on, I'll start coming close. And I'm still looking down that margin. He's still fishing on pace, I think. Pace seems to be a big thing at the minute on this venue. You're not allowed to have ground bait, but we're looking to have paste, 1 kilo of paste, for hook bait. Can't feed it. Just got to pay up for hook baits. As I say, I keep constantly missing them. They are so small, the bites. Well, as I say, I'm hoping you're enjoying them. I enjoy making them. I enjoy, I've always enjoyed fishing. I seen as a kid. I mean, I've done a bit of river fishing. I've done a little bit at the start of the season, but the problem is, I did at the start of the season. It didn't go very well, to be fair. I mean, I've filmed the bits, and I'm not even going to put them on because there's nothing really to see. It's just been, but we're going to start doing the evenings and stuff, and I'll put them on, catching chub, catching a few bits and pieces. I've got carp sessions coming up as well later on in the year, which I'll probably got Billingford again, probably some tench as well. I'll keep fishing the Wednesdays as well where we can. Yeah, and we'll keep doing what we do really. Left hand side, right hand side of the swim on this one, and I'll talk through a bit later on. I'll get to about 26 minutes, and then I won't need none of this. I'll just kick through. Thanks for watching.
I feel the liquor holding on to my breath, playing back every word that I said. I'm sitting in the dark, reminiscing on the two of us. I didn't think you'd leave, baby, I guess I was just thinking that wasn't my best. summer started. Got the memory of a love, filling my lonely nights. Still think about you from time to time. I'm not asking you to come over, just wanna hit your line, baby, one more time. So tomorrow in the morning, can I call you when the sun comes up? Just to hear the way you say my name, it reminds me of when it was us. Would you answer if I called you? Yeah, I know that it's been a while. So tomorrow, can I call you when the sun comes up? Call you when the sun comes up. I'll take this beating heart out of my chest. Let my words do the rest. Can we light up a spark, bring a fire to the dark? Girl, you know that I need you. I got the memory of a love, filling my lonely nights. Still think about you from time to time. I'm not asking to come over, just wanna hit your line, even if it's the last time. So tomorrow in the morning, can I call you when the sun comes up? Just to hear the way you say my name, it reminds me of when it was us. Would you answer if I called you? Yeah, I know that it's been a while. So tomorrow, can I
Yeah, you can get a lot, little one. I can see that rod. What one of these you mean? You need one of them. They ain't getting past me. I don't let them past. Even the corn's warm. Oh, you sugar bag. That one is determined to get out. Yeah, I'm not on pellet. I'm not on paste. I'm on pellet down there. Yeah, I will do a bit later when they calm down a bit. That's the thing. I got one. He's determined to get out. Right there. Really long, you know. Oh, look at that. Quick release, that one. I'm playing quick release. I'm feeling sorry for him. I thought quick release, that's better. Yeah. He got away in then. He got away in then, that's quick release. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just better come off the line. I think it's all there. Pregnant as they used to. A little bit deeper water going on. Sugar bag. I'm gonna hopefully come in a bit more. Put a good big bag. I want on paste. Which is good. Got a mirror, I think. Another one on paste. Perfectly good though. For a mirror. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, it's got 2 hours to go. I think I do sometimes, put a smaller bit on. Put a smaller bit on. Not put a smaller bit on. I can do, but if not, you know what I'm using before, put a smaller bit on. Fucking hell. Jesus. There's one in my neck what could give me a shower. He said, I think I've got one in my neck what think I'll give me a shower. Yeah. He can give me a shower every now and again. He feels sorry for me. He was on for fucking ages, he was. Got salmon on. Salmon on paste. See, salmon on paste. Keep putting that bait on their heads. Well, better not be in there. Which one's good? Oosh. Oosh. Perfectly hooked under the chin. Perfectly hooked under the chin. Oh, I can do that. God, stupid thing, get here. Another £5 he is. Yeah, that was good. This is my lovely now. One on paste. Done this margin out. Where you want to take it out, you realise that you want. Stuck in the way. Bleeder. And again. I've definitely got a net in school. Huh? Yeah, I'm just blocking them off, right? Up to that point, I was getting quite a lot of small ones. I'm literally on top kit here. It's one bit of reed. I just sit here. My margin is like top croft on this side. Nothing.